Good afternoon, everybody. It's Andy Whitehead from the UK. If you can hear me, please can you type yes into your box, please. Thanks, Tiffany, Alexander, Erin, Youssef, Radesh, Alexander, Kalia, Seth, Vanessa, Laurie, Jack, Stephanie, Brian, Lisa, Mark. Fabulous. Lots and lots on the call this evening. I'm just going to give everybody, thanks Tom, Chad, Janice, Sean, thank you for your messages. I'm going to give another 30 seconds because I know we've got over 1,000 registrants this evening from across the United States. So I'm going to give a couple more minutes, and then we're going to begin. So if you want to grab yourself a coffee, if you can shut down anything which is going to distract you for the next hour or so, i.e. Facebook, your mobile phone. For those of you who know me, you know how we work. It's all about results. It's about implementation. So this isn't a passive webinar. It's very much a hands-on webinar. So give everyone another 5, 10, 15 seconds. Then we're going to begin. Thanks, Chris, Tim, Todd, Desta. Lots of new faces, which is fabulous. Alex, everybody else is fine, as I understand. Once again, could everyone please confirm if you can hear me okay? Just had 1 or 2 people saying they cannot. Yep, Alex, Chris, it looks like we're all good. Thanks, Tabitha. Thanks, Robert. Thanks, all of you. Right, without further ado, I'm going to begin. So, in the next 60 minutes, I'm going to show you how to position yourself as a sector recruitment leader. I'm going to show you how a client on the 27th of February implemented just one of my strategies, and within 48 hours, on the 1st of March, I created 25,000 euros worth of business. Now, just one thing to make very clear. This webinar, and indeed this training, is for both agency recruiters and also corporate internal recruiters. I want to make that point because sometimes we get questioned during the course of the webinar. So it's for both agency and corporate, and of course business owners. Please stay to the very end, as I'm going to show you how to virtually guarantee, that's a big statement, but thought leader status in your sector. So hang around to the end because you're going to find out how to become the thought leader in your sector. Now, what is the big elephant in the room in recruitment? Very, very simple. You are no different than every other recruiter doing the same things. We all think we're special. We all think we're doing something different. We've got cuter telephone scripts. We've got sharper marketing funnels. But from a candidate perspective and from a client perspective, we are virtually no different than every other recruiter. That is the problem we've got nowadays. We need to elevate ourselves above the noise. And that's what we're about. I'm about making you the thought leader, the go-to person in your sector. And that's what you're going to find out in the next 60 minutes, how to do just that. So how do we get here? Well, this here is the very first mind map we created going back a few years now. This is a mind map purely for LinkedIn, and it's how to create client pipelines and candidate pipelines using LinkedIn. And each of those nodes then drills down into a further set of nodes, and it becomes quite a convoluted big picture. But from your perspective, all you need to know is that entire mind map in the different nodes drill down to 5 critical success factors. Number 1, to attain clients and attain the source, the cream of candidates, you need to be the most searched recruiter and company in your network. Number 2, your network must include 99% of all passive candidates. Sounds like a big claim? It's very simple. Number 3, you must know the advanced search techniques. Now, I was with a £5 billion a year client just last month, and most of their talent finders there believed they knew the advanced search techniques. In fact, there's a lot more than what you probably know, but you need to understand the very cute, the very discreet search techniques to find the cream of candidates. Number 4, this is key. You must become the go-to man, go-to woman in your niche. You need to elevate yourself above the rest of the noise and the rest of the recruiters. Why should a candidate listen to you? Why should a client pick up the phone to you? You need to become the go-to man. And number 5, when you come in the morning, when you open your inbox, you need to have leads to follow up. You need to be creating inbound client leads and inbound candidate leads. The days of just being outbound making cold calls are gone. And if you're still working that way, you are missing a huge opportunity. When you come in the morning, you should have leads in your inbox. You need to be creating inbound leads. Those are the 5 discrete factors for being successful on LinkedIn as a recruiter. So, in the next 60 minutes, I'm going to show you how to stand out from your competitors, how to be the most searched recruiter and company in your network. And if you want to get excited and see immediate changes, you can implement straight away on this webinar. The results you will see immediately just from today. You have an increase in search results. You will have an increase in your profile views. You will have an increase in the client search results. So that is clients searching for you. You will have an increase in candidate search results, i.e. candidates searching for you. And in Google search, you'll come higher up the rankings for your keywords. And we'll come to what your keywords are in a little bit. So now you've got an outline of what we'll be doing in the next 45 minutes, 50 minutes. Do you think it'd be a good idea if to implement this the first chance you got? I just want to see what sort of individual we have on the call this evening. As you know, those who work with me, it's all about results. So if you're up for actually taking action, please type yes in the box. And those, the first ones to type in the box, it'll be you I work with during the course of this webinar. Thanks Tabitha, Brian, Alex, Kalia. Wow, a lot of people this evening. James, Thomas, Vanessa, Laurie. Too many. Fabulous. Okay. Action takers, like it. Right, briefly, why this webinar? Well, I get 30 to 40 emails per day asking me for shortcuts to find candidates, how to save time sourcing, ways to get a foot in the door with clients, how to use the company page to attract candidates, how to become the top recruiter on LinkedIn. I currently consult on, LinkedIn is just one tiny part of what we do, but I consult industry-leading LinkedIn strategy across the world. I consult on how to be the sector go-to man and how to create inbound leads, how to use webinars to gain clients. The last time we did this, we created 1,200 new candidates. We broke into Europe for a new client. That's right, 1,200 new candidates using a webinar strategy. How long will it take you to attain that? But we've got strategies that do this completely online, takes away the need for cold calling. I consult on how to regenerate candidate databases. We show you how to build new websites. We actually build websites that engage candidates and clients. So ultimately, my time is just, it's gone. I have a book coming out. We're about to launch the Recruitment Marketing Institute, which is about to become the global brand for recruitment marketing. So my role of working one-on-one with individuals is pretty much, it's going to be few and far between now, but we have got a plethora of knowledge and we have got years of blood, sweat and tears, and that's why we get approached time and time again for strategies, and specifically on this webinar around LinkedIn. But as I said, I just do not have the time anymore to be doing this. But it peeves me when I see some of the trainings out there that happen, and they're evidently trainings given by individuals who have never actually created and implemented a LinkedIn strategy. It's evident they've read a book, they've read a couple of blogs, but they have not actually done what they're teaching. Because if they had, they would not be teaching what they're showing. What we have done is proven. What we have done has results. And so it's key for me in the fact that I'm now going to be pushing globally recruitment marketing across the recruitment landscape, that recruiters understand what is available to them. Hence, this is why this webinar has come about, because I now know that we need to be reaching a global audience, not just those in Europe. So after the next 60 minutes, if you want to see real deep changes to your source and results, then we will carry on together and go deep. We'll go deep next week. And at the end of the webinar, I'm going to offer 5 of you the opportunity to be personally coached by me at 1/5 of a standard investment. The reason why is because I have a brand new book coming out, as I said, but the outcomes from this coaching are to create passive candidate talent pipelines using step-by-step instructions. The key is step-by-step, no grey area, no woolliness, no training that says you build a group. It is step by step. You get laser focused and you create new business with clients. You'll become the go-to person in your niche. I'll say that again. You will become the go-to person in your niche. So when someone talks about your niche, whether it's Java development and IT, whether it's healthcare, when they speak about recruitment in that area, your name is synonymous with that. That's what I want you to be, the go-to person. Now, my clients in the past, by following our steps, they've actually attracted speaking opportunities to speak at events. These strategies are so powerful. You will actually be asked to speak at events in front of the very decision makers you've been trying to cold call. And that's what I'm going to show you right at the end of this webinar, so hold on. Additionally, you get to create passive candidate talent pipelines using step-by-step instructions. You get laser focused and create new business clients. And you get the go-to person in your niche. In your niche. And you'll create inbound leads on autopilot. Ultimately, what I want you to do is to have a slight mind shift by the end of this webinar and come from you want to be a small fish in a huge pond to being the biggest fish in just a slightly smaller pond, so you can reap huge benefits. So that's what we're going to be doing. Now, we had over 1,000 registrations for this webinar. I'd like to know who we got on the webinar, please. So just type in the box what level are you at? Have we got directors? Have we got HR directors? Have we got agency owners? Have we got senior recruiters? And what size team have you got? Because that'll give me an indication for the next 45 minutes how to pitch, where we move. Right, thanks Chad, Alexander, John, Robert, Chad, Alex, Robert, Lisa, Dumont, David, Nikki, Stephanie, Andrea, Tom, wow, loads. Joe, Russell, flying in. Dexter, love it. Small fish who wants to be a whale. Well, you're in the right place. Fabulous. Well, it looks like we've got, Laura is ahead of 10,000, so I assume that's the company size. If not, that's the biggest talent company I've ever experienced. But we've got senior recruiters up to owner directors, anything from size 1 or 2, but the majority are 15 to around 50 to 60. Fabulous. Okay. So briefly, just 2 minutes on me. That's me. My clients have included investment banks. They've included award winners in the UK. They've included the Queen stockbroker, that is Casanova. I've worked with literally billions and billions a year companies. I'm speaking in China. I'm speaking in India. I'm the RC Experts recruitment marketing expert. I'm the technology and recruitment and alliance expert for LinkedIn and digital marketing. It goes on. So my clients are agency, they're corporate. I speak around the world on LinkedIn, and I have a book coming out around LinkedIn is one part of this, but it's how to turn your recruitment business into a digital gold mine. And effectively, I want to demonstrate to businesses, recruitment businesses and corporate recruiters, that you are sitting on a huge opportunity. If you have a LinkedIn account, if you have a candidate database, if you have a website, chances are you're missing out on an opportunity. I'll give you a brief example. If you have a candidate database of 30,000, that candidate database, you should be creating tens of referrals a week on autopilot with automated systems. You should be creating a secondary income via that candidate database by promoting products that are related to the actual candidate. You should be giving the candidate free resources to improve their CV, for LinkedIn training and so forth. But through digital strategy, you can expand your business and leverage your business huge. And most, if not all, recruitment companies and corporate recruitment companies, businesses do not understand this. And that's why this book is coming out. And that's why the purpose of this webinar is, and that's why 5 of you, I want to work with 5 of you, because 5 of you, I'm going to offer you the opportunity of working with us at 1/5 of the price. It literally is a snip, but purely because I want you to go through the system and then testimonials. So the book is coming out. I'm certain it will be a bestseller. This is what I'm into. This is a chap doing Tough Mudder. He looks a little bit like myself. The pain he's going through is pain I've gone through. I did Tough Mudder for the first time last year. I did it last weekend actually in North London, and this guy's getting electrocuted. At this point, he's got 10,000 volts going through him from those little wires that are coming down. When I went through it, I thought this must be a marketing ploy. There's no way they put 10,000 volts through, but they do. And good as gold, I ran through it and I went flying about 5 feet. So that's a bit about me. Briefly about my background, I've got 18 years in digital strategy. We're about to release the Recruitment Marketing Institute. We're going to look for trade and industry support from the government in the UK because the industry is desperately in need of true, real recruitment marketing knowledge, not fluffy, unrelated marketing, but marketing that gets you new candidates and brings in clients. And this is what this webinar is going to be. It's about using LinkedIn to bring in candidates and bring in clients. So, briefly, type in the box, I want to know how long each day you use LinkedIn. So I got an indication of how experienced we are using LinkedIn. So far I got from 20 minutes up to most of the day. Thanks Dana, Amy, Russell, Seth, Nikki, Joe, Robert, Chad, Lauren, Alex, Darnell, Tabitha, Moni, Laurie, Chad. Too many to mention, but we've got from virtually the full day to 20 minutes. Okay, so we've got both ends of the scale. Well, the actual stats are, if you're not signed up for JobVite already, you should be signed up to JobVite. I believe it's the best survey in the recruitment industry. 89% of recruiters have made a hire through LinkedIn. Now, these are the stats that really get me buzzing around LinkedIn. 49% saw an increase in the quantity, that's the quantity of candidates, and 43% saw an increase in the candidate quality. Now, if you take that as growth across your business, that's huge. That's huge. Your business is going to grow huge. Can you think about that in terms of actual figures? If your turnover is currently 200,000, 2 million, add 50% to it. It's huge. So, I sourced an entire sales team using LinkedIn, focus being first on positioning and then personal approach. An entire sales team using these two strategies. LinkedIn is by far the best sourcing tool if you know how to use it wisely. This is from Andrea in Greater Philadelphia. Now, Andrea, I did a podcast with. The reason why I like our approach is because of the first part, positioning. This is what it's about for you. I want you to be positioned as the expert in your niche. Things have changed. Recruitment has now changed. It's very much gone from, in the old days, we'd be out headhunting, we'd be out chasing CVs. Now it's push and pull. Candidates and clients are now searching for us. They are now searching for us. We now need to be aware of that. In much the same way that Google we use to search for businesses. If we need new plumbing, we need a new sofa, if we need a new car, we search Google. Nowadays, the recruiters and candidates search engine is LinkedIn. There were 5.3 billion searches last year. That 172,000 people per day join LinkedIn. There are 74 million US members. That's now grown in the last few weeks. 11 million members in the UK. And it will become the globe's dominant and main candidate database. And that is from Jeff Weiner, the CEO of LinkedIn. That's his goal. So the impact to us, dominating LinkedIn, like Google for business, is no longer nice to have. It's essential. The days where using LinkedIn just a little bit, I use it to search, but having no real structure around how you're positioned on LinkedIn, no real structure on how you communicate on LinkedIn, no real strategy on what you communicate through LinkedIn, i.e. what articles do you send through LinkedIn, those days are gone. You're going to get left behind. LinkedIn's user interface has changed a lot just in the last 8-12 weeks. So if you don't implement these strategies soon, you may miss the boat. The impact to you is the following. LinkedIn are closing loopholes. They've now become a commercially profit-based company. You know recruiter fees are rising. For those of you who use the recruitment tools on LinkedIn, the prices are rising. Those of you who use the basic account, there's still ways around it, but there's these loopholes I'm going to show you now. They may not be around next week. Literally, they are changing on a weekly basis. And like Google, LinkedIn is now maturing. It's becoming a commercially profit-based company. So in a short time, the strategies we use to create business within days, weeks, I can show you how to create a network of 20 million passive candidates in 7 days. These may be gone. Tomorrow they could be gone. These could be gone. So the methods we use to create talent pipelines may close. So now you've got an understanding of how LinkedIn is moving as a commercially based company, and the loopholes we've got are now closing. Do you think it would be a good idea to put the strategies I'm going to show you into action as soon as you can? Said we want action takers. Fabulous. Thanks, Desta, Dana. So what I want from all of you is this next 45 minutes, I want you to actually be taking action. I'm going to actually show you what to do, how to come and get positioned as a leader in your niche on LinkedIn. So it's about taking action and about taking action now. Does that make sense? LinkedIn is changing day in, day out. We've got that, yes. Right then. So before we begin, could I kindly ask the following? Can you open a LinkedIn browser? So I want you to open a web browser. I want you to shut Facebook. I want you to push your mobile phone away. I want you to close your email. Open LinkedIn and log in. When you've done that, please type yes in the box. I'm going to give you another 15 seconds. Fabulous. Okay, I lied. I'll give you 10 seconds. Right, the first thing I want to do, I want you to go to this on LinkedIn. This is going to make sure the changes you make to your profile now are not disseminated across your network. So the changes you make to your profile now, only you will see them. If you don't turn off this setting, your whole network will see the changes. We don't want that. So I want you to go to Privacy and Settings. I want you to go to Privacy Controls. Then I want you to uncheck the box that says turn on or off your activity broadcast. So Privacy and Settings, Privacy Controls, you go to turn on and off your activity broadcast, uncheck the box and click Save. When that's done, type yes in the box. And at this point we normally get a few questions. So if you do, please type in the box. Otherwise I'm going to give you a few seconds. Answer some of your questions about which version of LinkedIn, all versions of LinkedIn. Privacy and Settings is in the top right hand corner. Just going to grab some more water, 1 second. You uncheck the box and click Save. For those of you who have not done it, I'll show you briefly what to do in a minute when we get into LinkedIn Live. But let's move forward. So, for these strategies, I want you to ask yourself, how can I implement this in my business now? And I want you to ask yourself, who will implement it? We don't want passive. We want you to actually be making changes now on this webinar. That makes sense? Thank you. Okay, so the first strategy, how to be the most found recruiter company on LinkedIn. Now this is a LinkedIn user heat map. So we have technology that lets us assess scientifically when someone comes to our web page or comes to our profile, what do they look at? So you can see here, when someone comes to our LinkedIn page, they first look at our photo, then down to our headline, then down to our work experience, and eventually down to our summary. So this is where the eye scans. So these are going to be some of the parts that we focus on this evening. Now the first thing I want you to do is I want you to be the #1 profile on LinkedIn. So for example, if you were searching for a plumber on Google, who's going to get all the business when you search on Google? The plumber at #1. I want you to be the #1 on LinkedIn. What will happen is it will take your views from 0 or to a few to hundreds. You'll create inbound inquiries from clients and candidates. So when you come in the morning, you'll have incoming inbound messages in your inbox. Now how do we do this? Now this next 3 minutes, it's taken us years to get to this point of understanding the processing of LinkedIn and so forth. As far as I'm aware, no one else in the world has created the following analysis of how LinkedIn optimizes itself. So the SEO primary steps are search engine optimization. Effectively, in English, how do you come at the top of LinkedIn? So when someone searches for recruiter in your niche, how do you become #1? So the first thing you do is define your keywords. So what keywords do you want to be searched for? So when someone searches for you, what are they going to search for? We'll come to how to do that in a minute, but I'll give you a brief example. Often you work with a recruiter. What's your keywords? I'm an IT recruiter. Okay, that cuts it down to about 2 million. What were your last 80% of your hires? Well, in fact, they were in Java development. Okay, so you're a Java development recruiter primarily. The other 20%, we can add keywords around that. But you understand what keywords you want to be found for, what niche do you want to be found for. If you cover 5 niches, it might be you need 5 keywords, but you need to do that analysis. I'm going to show you how to do that. Number 2, you add your keywords to your headline in your LinkedIn profile. Number 3, you add your keywords to your current job title in your profile. Now, when we do this, the steps are going through, it means you will be the most found recruiter on LinkedIn. We're actually going to do this together in a minute. Number 4, you add your keywords to your past job title. Number 5, you add it to your summary. Number 6, you add it to your current job description. Number 7, you add it to your past job description. So those are the primary steps, and we're going to go through a few of those this evening. The first one is identify your keywords, and then you apply it to these areas. LinkedIn gives you what they call a keyword density score. That's a KDS. And the higher your keyword density score, the higher you come in search results. So if you're Joe Bloggs the plumber, the higher your Google score, the higher you come at Google. In LinkedIn, the higher your KDS, the higher you come up in LinkedIn. And I'm going to show you how to do that very shortly. So those are the primary steps to having an increased KDS. Secondary steps. Your network needs to be built strategically. Your skills, your keywords in your skills, they need to be dense to improve your KDS score. Endorsements. Now let's have a quick poll. Who thinks endorsements are of use? Please type yes or no in the box, or whatever other comment you got. Do you think endorsements are of use? Lisa, an answer to your question, the reason why you don't want people to see the changes you're going to make is because we're going to be updating your profile in the next half an hour. You're going to turn that setting back on later. We're just doing that because what you don't want is people don't need to know you're changing your profile, because you're about to go through a process which is going to make your profile temporarily change. And you don't want people to know you're doing that. So that's why you've done that. Wow, a lot of feedback on endorsements. We've got Andrea, Dana, Nikki, Vanessa, Tom, Donal. Well, there's too many to mention. John, David, James. It's about 50-50. Okay, endorsements. LinkedIn have made 2 statements recently. One is endorsements will be phased out in the next user interface. Another one was that endorsements will contribute towards their SEO score moving forward. So we don't know. But at the moment, we need to assume endorsements will add towards your SEO score and your KDS score moving forward. So the action from that is keep getting them. The anchor text in your web address, this adds to your KDS score. So that's the website address in your profile. Group membership, you should be a member of 50 groups. The groups you're members of, you should be a member of 50 groups. You should not be joining groups such as I Love Parrots or alumni groups unless you believe these groups are where your potential clients or candidates hang out. LinkedIn is a business asset. LinkedIn is a business tool. You should be using it purely to get business. End of. LinkedIn's going to grow. If you get these things wrong at the foundation level, the rest is impacted. So LinkedIn, you use it purely as a business tool. You should be a member of 50 groups. You should be creating your own group. We show you how to do that. We show you how to create your own group and create your own talent pipeline. Your personal vanity URL, if we've got time, I'll show you how to do that. Your activity, your interaction. So the more activity, the more time you spend on LinkedIn. I believe in 6 months, LinkedIn will start rewarding you for the amount of time you spend on LinkedIn. External marketing promotion, so when you direct traffic to your LinkedIn profile, that's going to give you more SEO and increased KDS score. So those are the secondary steps. So you can see there's a lot that goes into this, but when you apply it all, you will become the most searched recruiter on LinkedIn. You will get inbound leads and clients. You'll get inbound leads and candidates. I'm going to show you in a minute some case studies that I'm certain will blow you away. So the first thing I want you to do now is I want you to go to a browser, and I want you to go to wordle.net. So if you look down here, WORDLE.net, and I'm going to show you a very cool way to identify what your keywords should be. And I'm certain that you've probably never used this before in the recruitment, in your recruitment space. Once you've got to Word or .NET? I want you to type yes in the box. Fabulous. Loving the interaction, guys. Fantastic. So Andrea, Robert, Laura, Lisa, David, Darnell, Tom, Tony, Amy, Lauren, Russell, Joe, Tabitha, Alexander. You guys are always quickest off the mark. Fabulous. Desta, Seth, Andrea, all of you fabulous. Right, Wordle. This is a word cloud technology. Now, word cloud, I'm going to keep this very simple, and I'm talking quickly because I want to give you as much value as possible. I'm conscious of your time. Word clouds effectively take a lot of data, and then they create a nice visual. In effect, the visual tells you what are the most prominent, the most important words from that text. So, for example, this is how I want you to use it. What you do is you click on Create Your Own. You're not going to do it now because you haven't got time, but you can do this afterwards. And we've got a whole training on this, by the way, as well. But you click on Create Your Own. Then what you do is you type your text in here, then you click Go. So I've already done this. I've taken a job spec. I've taken 20 job specs. I've done the same. And it's told me out of those 20 job specs, the keywords are, and this is a Java developer I actually put a job spec in for, but the keywords came out from it were Natura, development, velocity, plan analysis design, Java J2EE, and this was for a Java role. But when I looked at the actual analysis of typing in or copy and pasting 20 job specs, the keywords that I used in the past 20 job specs, the most common was Natura, which surprised me because I didn't believe was the most common keyword. So how do you use keyword technology? So just to recap, what it does, it takes a lot of data. So if you can imagine, you take your last 20 job specs and you paste them, literally just copy and paste them into the box and click Go. It will tell you, give you a nice pretty picture, a nice visual of what are the most common keywords. So what it will do, you take your last 20 job specs, it will say your most common keywords are, say for example, Java. Next thing I want you to do, I want you to go to your top 20 clients. I want you to go to their LinkedIn profiles. I want you to copy and paste the text in their profile. I want you to copy and paste it into Wordle and click Go. It'll give you another output. Or you could use, for example, their About page and their company page. Next thing I want you to do is go to your top 20 candidates in that niche. I want you to take their CVs and copy and paste their CVs into Wordle. So you've taken 3 sources, job spec, client, candidate, and you've got 3 outputs that look like this. When you compare the 3, ideally, if you've done your job right, the keywords for each should be the same. Invariably, they're not. I'll give you an example. In the Java development field, developers over a certain age consider themselves a coder. So when they type in keywords, when they search for a role, they often use the word coder, not developer. So the keywords they use are not the same as keywords I use in job specs. So they may be searching for a different role. Or in fact, the role I've got, but they're searching for different keywords. So to understand how your prospect thinks, you need to understand the keywords they use. So if you follow that process of job spec, candidates, clients, go through this process, you'll see very quickly what keywords they use to describe their own role. And then you use those keywords when you communicate with them. That's the essence to marketing. So that's Wordle. So that's how you're going to define what your keywords are. Now what I'm going to do is come back. I understand that the screen may stick at this point, so I'm going to quickly refresh it. I'm going to come back to the PowerPoint. I'm going to go through some case studies. Now, what I'm about to show you and what you're about to do yourself is some case studies. These clients, out of 1,915,073 results, are position 1 and 2. Position 1 and 2 out of nearly 2 million results. Those are the profiles and questions there. You see in the box that I've searched for SAP and numbers 1 and 2. I'm going to show you this live in a minute as well, so this isn't something that doesn't exist. I'm going to show you live as well. Next, interim management. Positions 1, 2, 3, and 5 out of nearly 500,000 results. There are the profiles there. And by applying this strategy, Edwin had a €25,000 client, I should say euro, not pounds, within 48 hours of applying one of our strategies. Edwin said he's been using LinkedIn pretty much since its inception, followed our strategy, and then straight away he got business. 4 weeks later, he'd have 3 more of the same. So this works. Now what I'm going to do is quickly show you. I'm going to go into LinkedIn. I understand from GoToWebinar I may need to refresh the screen at this point. Bear with me 1 second. Demont, in terms of Wordle, you just need to download the plugin. It is a fantastic tool. It's just one of probably 30 odd tools I'm going to show you how to use. So you should now have my LinkedIn page. I'm going to search for SAP. And when the page comes back, hopefully broadband will catch up pretty quickly. You'll see the results of Florian, number 1, and John, much as I just showed you, numbers 1 and 2. There you go. So Florian and John out of 1,992,739 results, numbers 1 and 2. So can you imagine the sort of business that brings in for them? It's incredible. And John was a client of mine last year, and Florian was an attendee at a mastermind we held in the city. So these strategies work. Now, I've just done a search for interim management, the other case study I just showed you. The results are slightly different from what I showed you before. Now, Executives Online, which is the company here, they're actually part of the training which I'm going to offer this evening. And Edwin, Anne, James, Daryl, Matthias, they are all, and I'll just prove it by opening their profile, these are all Executives Online, and these are all members of my current training program. So they go, Anne, Executives Online, Edwin, Executives Online, James, Executives Online. So their entire company dominate the front page of LinkedIn for that keyword. So how powerful is that? If you can imagine your company dominated LinkedIn like that, how much traffic it would bring to your business. Very, very powerful. Very powerful. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to go through together and we're going to make changes to your profile so you get on the front page of LinkedIn now. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to go to your profile and click Edit Profile. When you've done that, type yes in the box. Fabulous. Thank you, guys. It's Russell, Michael, Brian, Robert, Seth, Sean, Radesh, Tony, Lauren, Xana, John, James. It's fantastic. They're all new names. Fabulous. Okay. Now, the next thing you're going to do, remember, what I'm going to do now, because it's a shorter time, I'm going to try and distill 3 or 4 hours into 5 minutes. So we're not going to build your profile in the correct way. All we're going to do is purely position certain keywords in certain areas of your profile, and then just to demonstrate that you can get on the front page of LinkedIn in a few minutes. Now, when you take away the strategies that we show you and use them properly, you spend half an hour or so doing them, you'll be at the top of LinkedIn and your profile will be written in the right way that you create calls to action. So when people come to your, first of all, your profile will be found, then it's opened, then people will be inclined to contact you. I'm just going to show you one part of that process, which is how to get your keywords positioned in your profile. So this isn't the full hit, it's giving you a very brief summary, but I want you to see hands-on how you can do this yourself and just see one part of it. This isn't enough to go away and to make everything to get the changes that these companies have got, but I want you to see how you can get positioned straight away on LinkedIn and just prove to yourself, if you know what to do and if you've been demonstrated and taught what to do, you're going to get results. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on your headline. Whatever your keyword is, so let's say it's healthcare. I just want you to write healthcare in the headline 4 times. So if your keyword is banking or Java recruitment or IT recruitment or whatever flavor of recruitment you're in. I want you to type it in your headline 4 times. Now, if any of you are stuck on that, Desta, what do you want to write? What area do you want to go into, Desta? So let's say, for example, you're in IT. Supply chain, Tony, perfect. Space is fine, Tony. Okay, Desta, it needs to be a bit more discreet than recruiting. If let's just put banking in there for now. Do banking, Desta. Lucrative area. Java recruitment, perfect, Alexander. In fact, I can show you a case study of Java now. It goes in your headline, Lindsay. So underneath your name, you've got your professional headline in there. Alexander, IT or information technology, great question. Try information technology. Intel recruiting, that's good, Lauren. So you type it in there and want to click save. Don't overthink this because you're going to change it afterwards anyway and do this properly. You're going to click save. Nancy, perfect. Alex, not sure what your question is. Chad, you can go over insurance. Tabitha, fantastic. Alex, SAP, perfect. I've got many SAP clients. Rest of the questions coming in. So any other questions on your keywords? Finance recruitment, Vanessa, yep. So I want you to type finance recruitment in there, copy and paste in there 4 times. So finance recruitment space, and do that 4 times. Of course, when you write your headline, you can write it in a completely different way and it will look completely different. But your keywords would be in your headline. But for now, we're just showing you where to put them. So when you've done that, I want you to click save. Next, I want you to come down to your summary. I'm going to show you how to write your profile in a minute. In your summary, if it's finance recruitment, I want you to take finance recruitment, make sure it's spelled right. I want you to paste it in here, not like that, like this, 10, 12 times, and click save. Now when you write your profile, if you can imagine, you've got a lot of space in here to fill it out. You wouldn't write a profile like this. It would be hardly noticeable that finance recruitment is your keyword because the way you write it in a way that is very subtle. But for the purpose of time and showing you now, just to make it clear, this isn't how you would write your profile. Laura, well done, that's perfect. Now when you've done that in your summary, I want you to click save. And type yes in the box. Thanks, John, Tabitha, Lauren, Nancy, Michael, Seth, Russell. You guys really are sharpshooters. Stephanie, Vanessa, Radesh, Alexander, flooding in. Well done, guys. So click save. Now I want you to come down. Now remember when I showed you before, we had 7 points on the primary and 9 on the secondary. Now in your position, I want you to go to your position and click edit. In the title, I want you to take your keyword. So if it's finance recruitment, I want you to copy and paste it in there twice. Then come down to the description. I want you to put it in here 5 or 6 times, then click save. When you've done that, click yes. Sorry, click save and type yes in the box so we know you're done. Well done, guys. Okay, now with that, now what I want you to do is come to the top of the page, to the search box, and your keyword, whatever it was, finance recruitment, I want you to type in the box and click search. Now, depending on how discreet your keyword is, So if I do a search, for example, for interim management, as I did before, my clients will come up on the front page. Now what I want for you guys is to come up on the front page. Now if we had the time to do this properly, you'd be number one. Alexander, number one for information technology, brilliant. Radesh, wow, awesome. Alexander, boom, yes I am. Brian, number one Java recruitment, Alexander. Nauj, number one out of 4. Well done, Alexander, brilliant. Lindsay, no, Lindsay, you're awesome. You've done it, fabulous. Took action, that's what we want. Right, Solar, Seth, that is an awesome, Seth, just you know, that is an awesome niche to be in. I can show you very briefly, in fact I won't show it now, but I can show you, in fact, a training I've done in our training, how a group created £140,000 worth of fees in the solar niche in 3 months. Great niche to be in, solar. Well done, Michael, number one. Tony, number one. Chris, wow, sales recruiter, number one. Seth, fabulous. Well, no, it's not, Tom. Awesome. Lauren, number 18. Look, Lauren, we need to work on your profile. When you follow the steps, you'll all be number one at the very least front page, because most, if not all, recruiters don't do this properly. Now, just very quickly, I just want to show, one of you was in Java. I just want to show you very quickly now. We've got a test profile which we set up years ago now. This chap here, Tony Go Young, in brackets LIL. LIL stands for LinkedIn Leaders. Once your page swaps over, I understand there's a bit of a lag from GoToWebinar, you'll see that this first profile has Tony Young in brackets LIL. LinkedIn Leaders is my former company. We had to change the name because LinkedIn copyrighted the word LinkedIn. After years, he's still number one out of 730,000. So what I'm showing you works, and it stays. That's the key thing, it stays. Now, so this works. Do you all see this? What I'm showing you works, and you get results. Nuj, all recruiters wouldn't do this. This is the joy. Very few recruiters do this. This is why you'll get. This is why you'll be at the top, because I'm showing you things that recruiters don't do. So can you see the power of that? Very, very powerful. You know, if we stop the webinar right now, just based on what I've shown you, you've probably already gotten more value than you get from even paid courses. Would you agree with that? From what I've shown you there, I've been on courses before, and I've witnessed courses whereby you spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars and they don't even go through some of the things I've shown you, and I'm going to show you now in the next 15 minutes. Very powerful, isn't it? But as I say, we're just getting started in just terms of what I want to show you. You know, wait till you see what I'm about to show you step by step. And that's the thing, everything we do step by step. John had to say, it's no coincidence that since we have been applying Andy's strategies at clients we would have otherwise found it difficult to communicate with are now engaging with us. And what happens when you get a new client? Typically you get tens of thousands of dollars when you convert. The key is you need to implement what I'm showing you now. So just to recap, I've shown you on your headline where to add in your headline. I've shown you where to add in the summary. I've shown you where to add on your experience. What I've only just shown you, I've not shown you probably less than 10% of the way to actually do this, just this small part correctly, but I want to demonstrate to you, and so you could see yourself, wow, this works. When you apply it, it works. You're going to get results. Now, please take note. This is the way not to do it. This is a profile. I did a search for social media. So when I did a search for social media, this is what the number one profile looked like. I've cut out the person's name because I don't want to be derogatory because I don't know the person. But this is number one for social media. Now that's the top of the profile. It looks okay, a little bit spammy towards the bottom. Now this page, look how they've used their keyword. Social media, social media, social media. This is the way not to do it. Number one, if you do it this way, LinkedIn may close your account without telling you. They hate spam. Number two, if a client came to your profile and saw this, would they want to do business with you? No. So you need to do it in the right way. I've not had the time to show you how to do it in the right way. All I've done is show you the elements, where to put them. I've not shown you how to do it in the right way yet because we've not got time. But I just want to demonstrate to you this is what not to do, okay? Now, these are some results from my own profile by applying what I show you guys. Your profile's been viewed by 123 people in 3 days. Can you imagine the sort of incoming leads I get just from that? Just from that. I get over 100 messages a day on LinkedIn. Now check out this. Your profile has been viewed by 144 people in the past day. Now can you imagine what that will do to your business if you've got that sort of income, that amount of traffic coming to your profile every day? You see there, 450 messages at the top. It will change business. So the key benefits to you when you apply just this one tiny strategy out of all the others we show you, you get traffic for your LinkedIn profile, you'll get found by candidates, you'll get in the client search results, you'll get personal exposure, your company gets brand growth, people see you personally, people want to do business with people. And LinkedIn is becoming more important than your website. Your profile is getting checked out every single day. It needs to be written in the right way, which we're about to go through now. The key thing on your profile, when someone comes to your profile, you need a call to action. It's useless someone comes to your profile and thinking it looks great, but they need to take action. They need to either send you a message or pick up the phone and contact you, and that's what we're going to show you. Farah had to say in the first week of Andy consulting with us, he showed us LinkedIn strategies that allowed us to contact 50 times the number of candidates we have previously been able to. So with that in mind, do you think it would be a good idea to put this into action as soon as you can? Well done, Tabitha. I'm finally over a recruiter I've been competing against. Tabitha, you're going to be walking all over them. We'll show you the rest of the strategies. It's all about systematic approach, step by step. So well done, Tabitha, for taking action. It is powerful. Well done, everybody. Thank you. Lauren, better than in-house training I've received at the office. Lauren, yep. This is just a small part. Fabulous. Right. So I'm going to move on quickly. So now is the time. LinkedIn are closing loopholes, as I said. They've now become commercially based. Your recruiter fees are rising. It's maturing like Google. They're going to start to close these loopholes. So what I've just shown you, that could be closed tomorrow. Literally could be closed tomorrow. We don't know how quickly they're moving. So we don't have the time to go into detail now about how to write your profile in the right way so people contact you, but I want to introduce something to you. It's the what's in it for me model. Every time someone comes to your profile, they don't care about you as a recruiter. All they care about, if they're a candidate, can you get me a position that pays more than I'm in now? Will it be a secure position? Can you do it quickly? All a client cares about is, can you get me the best clients, best candidates? Can you get them now? They don't care about you. They don't care about me. You don't care about me. All you care is, Andy, can you show me how to get more candidates? Andy, can you show me how to get more clients? That's all you care about. You don't care about my experience apart from can I show you how to do it. It's exactly the same for candidates, exactly the same for clients. When you go and buy a car, you don't care about the salesman. All you care about is can you get a good deal. Same approach. It's a mindset shift. So very quickly, this is a profile of one of our clients. The summary here, I'm going to move down because of time into the second part. But examples of her work include an interim operations director, food and with experience of desserts, placed in 24 hours to help an airline catering company. Second one, an interim MD, fluent Japanese retail distribution, placed in 4 days. Next one, placed within 5 days. See what we've done? It's all results-based, all outcome-based. When someone comes to your profile, they make a decision in 2 to 7 seconds whether to do business with you. 2 to 7 seconds, that's it. It needs to be written in a way that is focused on them, not on you. So it needs to be results-based. Now, the way you would write it, if you're looking for clients and candidates, you have a section for clients, a section for candidates. Now, we go through and actually give you templates on this. But very briefly, I want you to start to introduce your mind that you need to focus your entire business on clients and candidates and what they want. They don't care about you. They want results. What results can you give them? This here is a profile from one of our clients. This, in fact, is a candidate client. Moving down to the third part, you can see responsible for growing UK sales from 3 million to 5 million. The second one down. Again, it's all results-based. Developed and closed 4 major smart card solution sales valued at 13 million. or results based. See what we're doing? But within this, we've dispersed their keywords as well. So they ranked at the top of LinkedIn for the keywords. But you can't tell it from here, can you? You can't tell. It doesn't look spammy. We've run it in a very structured way. So what I've shown you, and if you had the time to implement it all, this will set you in less than the 1%. So Nuj, answer to your question, other recruiters don't do this. I worked with a £5 billion a year business a couple of weeks ago. They spent thousands on training. They didn't do this. I've worked with some of the biggest agencies in the UK, award winners in the UK. They don't do this. You're about to do this. You're going to have the advantage. That's why Edwin got a €25,000 contract in 48 hours, because he applied what was shown them. So you've got value from what I've showed you today for free, and this is just the tip of the iceberg of all I could show you, and I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't extend the opportunity for you to take it to the next level and turn this into tangible outcomes. And here's what it's all about, as I mentioned before. The LinkedIn recruitment blueprint. Years of blood, sweat and toil, literally. What this is going to give you, you become the industry leader. It's a step-by-step LinkedIn online e-learning system, webinars to attain clients, industry-leading LinkedIn strategy, content generation strategies, and this is key. Hang on to the end, because this is going to blow you away. If what you've seen so far is cool, wait to this. Q&A webinars, brand building as the go-to man, company brand building, and best of all, it's available 24/7 every day of the year. So this is the VIP members area. I'm going to show you briefly live. When you log into the system, so it's an online e-learning system. It's waiting for the page to catch up. Go to webinar, tell me we've got a slight delay. So when we log into the system, this is the page you get. So when you sign up, you'll receive a username and password. And as I said this evening, it's just 1/5 of the value. This is the page you come to. You get your own username, password. Webinar 1, recruitment company branding and LinkedIn strategy. So you get a quick start. So for those of you who don't have the time, those of you who don't have the time to be spending doing a lot of this, a lot of the training, we've created a quick start. So literally within an hour, you can get on the front page of LinkedIn with the correct keywords and your profile written the correct way. You can build your network to 20 million in 7 days, create 10 pieces of content that position you as the expert in your field, which you will then send out to your LinkedIn connections and to your candidate database. So that's content, basically articles and white papers that are authored by you, but in fact you haven't written them, but it looks like they're written by you, and these are written by PhDs. We show you how to get those done for literally a couple of dollars. So the very first webinar gives you the quick start, it gives you strategy, it gives you branding, it gives you how to identify the top 50 clients you want to do business with. We give you templates to fill out. We give you checklists. So literally you just check as you go through the process. You just click checklist as you go through it. So it's all done for you. You get the slides. You get the videos. You get the webinar. You get another training video. So that's just webinar 1. There is so much content in here. I swear I've not seen anything like this on the market, and we have spent years putting this together. And this, I've just given you a very brief insight into what we can do. That's just webinar 1. Webinar 2, we go into content. So we show you how you have content created for you that you can send out to your lists, to your database, to your LinkedIn connections, that positions you as an author. So if you can imagine your clients and candidates, instead of getting cold calls from you, they suddenly get an article from you every week that gives your opinion on the industry, or gives your view of the market, or gives you the top 10 strategies in whatever your market is. You've not written it. It's written by a PhD level author, but it looks like it's written by you. So it positions you as an expert, and then you'll start to create even more powerful inbound leads. You create door openers. So that's webinar 2. Webinar 3 goes into how to get on the front page of LinkedIn and the what's in it for me model. Webinar 3, we show you how to build your network, how to build a very powerful LinkedIn network for clients and candidates. We go through a build phase, a relationship phase, how to go through, we actually give you invitation, we give you the templates for invitations. Now, one thing, did you know when you send out invitations on LinkedIn, you only get 3,000 invites? After you use those invites, you may not get any more. And LinkedIn's a business asset, so we give you all the workarounds for this. We give you actually templates, literally just fill in the gaps. It's all done for you, step by step. And it goes on. We give you advanced search strategies. We give you a tool that allows you to search all of LinkedIn, whether you've got one of the paid services or not. It allows you to search every single public profile on LinkedIn. And we give that to you for free. So it's so powerful. And, that's just the first 4. And in total, there's 8 webinars, plus we do a live assessment as well. So that's the LinkedIn Recruitment Blueprint. Very, very powerful. And say our clients who are using this are on the front page of LinkedIn, thousands of pounds worth of business. This works. So I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint. So what do you get? Bear with 1 second, the screen is stuck. You get webinars, you get videos, you get templates, you get cheat sheets, you get everything done for you. It's literally step by step. Can you do this? Of course you can. It's a step-by-step process. It's literally laid out for you step by step. You get expert guidance on webinars and you get Q&A sessions. Mike Walmsley, who's the world leader in recruitment training, so Andy's knowledge of LinkedIn and recruitment marketing is second to none. I've been privy to the world's best trainings, and Andy's strategies astounding my private Pinnacle Club members. Can competitors copy you? No. They can look at your profile and think they know what you're doing, but no. The profile what I've shown you tonight is probably 1/20th, not even that, 1/30th of the entire set of strategies, so they can't copy you, no. Now the bonus for this webinar only is I want you to show you how to be the industry leader in your sector for free. So that's to become the industry leader in your sector. This is key, I believe. So let's just consider this for a second. Recruiter A, he cold calls budget owners. His calls are infrequent and are made only when he wants something. The budget owner and candidate perceive him as just another recruiter. The candidate feels like a piece of meat. The candidate has no loyalty to Recruiter A. He fights against all the other samey recruiters doing the same things and same results, pulling his hair out. No differentiation. Now we all can reference that and understand that and empathize with that deep in our gut. When we get home, we can all feel that. We've all been there. Now look at Recruiter B. This is what I want you to become. The go-to man in your niche. He sends a weekly article he has authored to his clients, potential clients, senior candidates, and connections. The article demonstrates knowledge of the industry. The article allows them to become a person to these connections. The budget owner perceives him as a knowledge base, candidates see him as an authority, and clients have trust in him. He receives door openers and clients. Thank you for the article. The relationship has been born. So the great content leads to a stronger brand. Your personal brand as a recruiter, a company brand as an agency. We must know branding isn't just a logo, it's how we're perceived, it's how the audience think about us. So for me, all you care about me is can I get you more business and get you more clients? Same with candidates and clients. All they want to know is candidates want to know, have you got the clients? All clients want to know is do you have the cream of candidates? That's what true branding is. So how to become the sector leader in your sector. Now these are the things, if you had the time, you would do. Articles, blog posts, white papers, infographics, slideshows, it goes on. It sounds good, Andy, but we just don't have the time. We're salespeople. And that's why I want to show you how to create 50 articles to gain clients and attract candidates in 50 minutes. That's right, 1 minute per article. Your competitors will not be doing this yet. Get ahead of them. Now these are the steps you go through. And we show you this in the training. You simply log on to this system. You fill out the category you want, so it could be technical writing, the research level, PhD. You type in your keywords, so if it's in Java development, the keywords, you give a title, you might reference another article you like. The time frame, you want 4 days, minimum words 500, maximum 550. Then 4 days later you'll receive it and you accept it or you reject it. You have it full revisions, so you can give feedback and they'll change it for you. literally for a couple of dollars. Amazing. Now, one article could easily reach 10,000 candidates with the assets you already have to hand, which will increase direct sales, profits, as well as branding and positioning. And that's just using your LinkedIn connections. We show you how to do this. One article a week to your clients will create the know, like, and trust and develop inbound leads each morning. So when you come in the morning, you'll have clients and candidates saying, loved your article on ABC. And you'll start to have door openers. Days of picking up the phone, cold calling will start to dissipate. Huge SEO benefits, both on keywords for Google and LinkedIn, ranking at the top of both. So would you agree? 50 articles in 50 minutes alone, generating inbound leads through strategic use of LinkedIn could create candidate and client leads, correct? Would you agree that is so powerful? Can you see when you apply just what I've shown you this evening, but times that by 30, what that could do to your business? Absolutely. So the very first session, because I know we haven't always got time, but in the very first session, if you do nothing more, you'll get found by clients and candidates by optimizing your profile. You will grow your client and candidate network. Say 20 million is pretty standard. Set up 10 pieces of content. You'll be front of mind to clients and candidates, and you'll create inbound leads and candidates and clients. Inbound leads, you come in the morning, they're in your inbox. In the first week of Andy's LinkedIn Recruitment Blueprint, we contacted 50 times the number of candidates. That's from Farah. So that network building technique alone would help you make more placements, wouldn't it? 50 times. You can imagine what that would do to your business, 50 times. Now, when I do training live and in person, it's $17.50 for 6 hours on site. Now, as you can see here, when I travel around Europe, it's $17.50 per day, and it's £250 per person for a 6-hour live session. I am one of the most expensive recruitment training consultants, but the reason why is we get results. We're not fluffy, we're not airy-fairy, we get results. This is what Plough and Ivanoff, an award winner from the UK, said. They're one of the Dragon's Den of BBC, James Caan. Andy's ability to capture our specific needs and offer bespoke solutions with clearly defined step-by-step outcomes. Our business is in great hands. That's from an award winner. As I said, I haven't got the time to be working one-on-one and answering emails, hence we put together the program. Now, you can reserve your discounted space. This is sold, and it will sell again for £497, which is good value for what you get. One placement, you've made 30, 40 times your money. But as I say, because we've got a book coming out, we've got a discount. At first, I'm requesting a testimonial from each of you who sign up for my book. So that's why we're doing it at this price. And due to the fact that we're doing intensive training, we only have 5 spots from each country. But the thing is, we want them. This is what I love about this webinar this evening, your action takers. It's then going to go after this webinar back to £497 and £5,000 per company. One of you wrote earlier that it's better than in your in-house training, and that's why. Because this has been tested, and it will revert back to £497. And as for those of you who know me, everything we do has got a 0 risk guarantee. You could sign up in the next 10 minutes. If you don't like the sound of my voice or the colour of the members area, get your money back. Everything we do is guarantee. No questions asked, refund. So you can train your entire company step by step. New starters have an in-house training system. You get 24/7 access. You get first-hand access to a world leader on recruitment digital strategy. And you get 12 months free updates. Everyone got a €25,000 client in 48 hours. So you can sign up there. Let's say just 5 of you. This literally is, in US dollars, it's probably about $137. Robert, I'll type it in the box. Bear with me 1 second. Now I do understand. Just let me know if you got that link, okay? If you just type in the box yes when you've received that. Fabulous. Now when you click on that page, thanks Mike, it does say £497. That's because that's the price it normally is. When you click on, I'll do this now. I'm not the technical person in the business, so bear with me 1 second. When you click on the link, so once you click on yes, let me in now, although it says £497, it should click, yeah, it goes through to a special discount link of £97 for this webinar. So ignore the fact it says £497. So as I said, for this webinar only, it's £97. Now, a few of you had some questions that I didn't take throughout. It's linked. A few of you asked, please can you type in the box if you received the Desta, if you look in the chat box, for those of you on the call, could you just confirm, is it in? Fabulous. Joshua, how long do you have access for? You've got access for, it's 24 hours a day and it's 365 days a year. Morris, it's linked to Recruitment Blueprint. It's the URL at the top of the screen. Barely 1 second, I think the screen's stuck. It's linked to Recruitment Blueprint. Morris, this should be in your, if you check in the chat box, Morris, it should be there. It's linked to recruitmentblueprint.com/order. Fabulous. Steve, you've got a basic account, will this work? Absolutely. All of the strategies we do give you strategies that work around the paid accounts, and in fact some of the things we do are more advanced than that. So yes, doesn't matter which account you got. Daniel, how many companies use this now? Within the blueprint, I believe we've got about, I'd need to ask Maz, but I believe we've got around 50, 60, 70 companies on board, plus we've got individuals. Yeah, so there's a lot. Now the reason why we're doing this, as I said, is because at the moment we think we've got 2 more webinars to record, then the program's complete. Once the program's complete, we're going to ask testimonials, then we're going to roll it out globally in parallel with our book, which is going out onto Amazon. Seth, you get lifetime access, so once you're in, you're in. So you get this, once you're in, you're in. But what we commit to doing is updating the program where we need to for the next year. Nourish Middle East, not many actually. We've not done any marketing to the Middle East as far as I'm aware. So you'll be one of the first, which is great for you. Andrea, absolutely. We take you from the base level right the way through up to advanced things. So if you apply this now, you'll be out maneuvering your peers very, very quickly. Alex, you should be able to pay with credit card, I believe, with PayPal. There's an option to pay with credit card and so forth. Andrea, the webinar will be recorded and in the members area soon after. Michael, I have a group, but I'm getting no traction from it. The problem you've probably got there is 3 phases building the group. You go through a build phase, a growth phase, and community management. And the key is there's 3 strategies you use to build your group. One is a VIP strategy whereby you bring key people of influence into your group, and they then bring their followers into the group. The second is you optimize your group, and third is you get niched and build subgroups. We've got an entire module, an entire webinar set on that, and videos and templates and cheat sheets, Steve, so that's in there. Seth, for the duration of this webinar, say it's an absolute snip of what it is. You know, we've barely covered costs in terms of what we've put together. It's a complete VIP members area, so no, it's for the duration of this webinar only. But if you get in there and there's anything you don't like, you can request a refund straight away, no problem. But yeah, it's not going to go on. Michael, you can't, please be a bit more discreet, Michael. What exactly do you mean? Okay, yeah, in terms of the webinars, Michael, if I come back to We've got it covers virtually everything you need with LinkedIn, Michael. So it gives you, from your personal profile, it gives you advanced search techniques. We give you a tool which means you can search all of LinkedIn. We show you how to build your network on LinkedIn. So you've got all the passive candidates within your niche on LinkedIn. We show you how to lead generate so you can get new clients and new candidates. We show you how to build talent communities, groups. We show you how to build a company page and actually bring followers to your company page and use that to attract clients and candidates. We do live analysis on profiles. So we go into a hot seat and we get people onto the webinar, and then we've got live analysis. You've got direct access from me for, I believe, about another 10 days. But once the final 2 recordings are done, the program will then be rolled out via a DVD set and also login as a program which will sell. It will sell on Amazon. It will sell across the globe. So yeah, you've got everything you could possibly need to use LinkedIn. But unlike other trainings, what we've done is this works hands-on. It works hands-on, but what we also do is we show you how to become the go-to person in your niche. It's not just using LinkedIn. It's not just sourcing. It's showing you how to source, but also elevate yourself above the other competitors in your niche. Robert, there'll be a recording in the members area. Lauren, you can use everything we showed you. You can use the regular LinkedIn account with your methods. All of this is based on the assumption you've got the basic account, because we know most agency recruitment companies have got the basic accounts. Everything we do is based on the basic account, so you don't need to have the talent finder. Andrea, the majority of it is about LinkedIn, but it's the driver is though that LinkedIn is just a channel, in the same way that a telephone is just a channel. It's what you put through the channel is going to get you business. The telephone is not going to get you business. It's how you use telephone. It's the scripts you use. Same with LinkedIn. It's not LinkedIn that's going to get you new clients and candidates. It's what you put through the channel, and that's what we show you what to do. So there's 2 parts to it: the actual foundation and structure, and the mechanical parts of LinkedIn, which is what you actually put through LinkedIn. Sandy, when do I get access? As soon as you sign up, Sandy, you'll receive you sign up through PayPal. You'll then receive an email. It's either from ourselves or it's from WordPress, and it will then have a link in it which you click on. You go to that link, you create your own username, so it'd be Sandy1, and you create your own password, so it could be Sandy2, and then you'll have access to the members area. And you'll receive an email with your login details, which you can keep safely. So it's all done for you automatically once you sign up through PayPal, Sandy. Hopefully that's answered your question. Andrea, don't quite understand what you mean. Tiffany, it's all in the members area, so it's all online for you. Everything in there. It's there's 7, 8 webinars when they're complete. There's videos, there's cheat sheets, there's templates. It's all for you online, so you can download it straight away. There's no waiting. So if you wanted to, by the end of this evening, you could have gone through 4 or 5 hours of the program. So it's all there for you straight away. There's no waiting. Alex, I see what we can do. I'm conscious of your time, so any other questions coming in, I'm just going to be respectful, unless they're new questions. Give you 30 seconds of any other questions you may have. Stephen, yes, yes you can. You can have multiple licenses, of course you can. So how many are in your company, Stephen? Okay, we can either purchase it 5 times. If you have more than 7, then do send us an email, and I'm sure Maz can find you a commercial solution for you. Morris, no, it doesn't include the new book. No, the book isn't out as yet. The book is not complete. Well, the book's complete in terms of its draft, but we need testimonials and it needs to be proofread and so forth. But when the book is out, all members of the Links Recruitment Blueprint will receive an online version of the book. So we will send you a version you can download for your Kindle for all those who purchase who sign up this evening. So you'll receive a copy for your Kindle or to read on your laptop. Desta, if you've signed up and you've received your notification, then you're in. Daniel, absolutely. We've got our webinar number 6 goes up this evening. I understand we recorded it today. We're just changing our video hosting. So we've got this really cutting edge video solution, excuse me, and that goes up this evening. And next week we've got webinar 7, which is around webinar 7. It's gone. Oh, around company pages. Then following that, we're going to we'll email the entire members, and the first 4 or 5 to come back, we will assess your profile and your company page and so forth live on a webinar, and that will form webinar 8, and that will be the program complete, and that is what we will then roll out globally. So if you get on the program, you have the opportunity to be assessed and have live feedback from myself for your own profile and your company profile. That will be, as I say, probably in 2 weeks' time. Desta, if you signed up and you've gone through the process and you're in. Lindsay, what's the problem with the payment? If you can just be a bit more discreet. I'm not quite sure what the problem is. PayPal's normally very, very good. If you give me a bit more information, might be able to get Maz to help you. It may be we've had too many go through, Lindsay. If you want to hold on for a few minutes, Lindsay, and perhaps try in 10 minutes or so, what I'll do, Lindsay, is if you send me an email to this address, if you put in the title PayPal, I'll look out for your email, Lindsay. So if you try again in 10 minutes and keep me posted. Now, I'm conscious of your time, everybody. Thank you so much for your time today. I'm glad you've enjoyed it so much. I'm going to log off now unless you've got any other pertinent questions. You have a fabulous evening, afternoon, and I'll see you, for those of you who signed up, I'll see you on the inside. Take care, and thank you very much. Bye-bye.